Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. So today I'm going to be showing you the new Rotom V-Star. Rotom has always been a favorite of mine in the TCG. I really enjoyed the Rotoms from Ultra Prism, yeah, that far back, where they could attack for free if there were a certain number of tools in the discard, I believe. Similar to the cast form currently in the format, but way better. They had more type variety and tools were easier to get in the discard than stadiums were. And so Rotom V-Star was very interesting to me. Rotom V was very interesting to me when that originally came out, but then V-Star just makes it a heck of a lot better with its V-Star power and the extra health and extra damage. So I do have to admit, this one was not by myself. I need to very quickly, hopefully, pull up the person, TheLinkhawkins, I believe, is their username. They are the ones that gave me the base of this deck. Just scrolling to find where. They gave me the base of this deck, and I wasn't... Okay, I loved their version of it, but I did not think it would work for me. And so I changed a few things. They did have 2 Crobat V in the deck, which after playing for a little while, I think is nice just to have that little bit extra draw there. You probably won't play both Crobat Vs, but being able to find one, not have it be prized, so you don't really have to play... Do we play Hisuian Heavy Ball? I don't think so. Yeah, we don't play Hisuian Heavy Ball, so having a Crobat prized isn't terrible. We can still find another one. And then the 4-3 line of a V-Star is not that rare anymore. That is usually what we're playing. And we're also playing the Electrode. So really quick, let's just go through the Pokemon here since I've already started talking about them. 2 Crobat V for that Dark Acid ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Can't use more than 1 Dark Asset each turn. Fantastic ability, a lot of extra draw. Rotom V, instant charge ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So, not great, but really good. First turn, you can't attack anyways. Let's draw up some cards, and we've got some extra cards. 2 energy, scrap short, 40 plus, bare minimum 40. Put any number of Pokemon tool cards from your discard pile in the lost zone. This attack does 40 more damage for each card you put in the lost zone this way. Excuse me. With that, we have Rotom V-Star, which goes up by, 60 more health. We are at 250, which is kind of low for a Pokemon V-Star, but still not terrible. You know, without things like Powerful Colorless Energy or Choice Belt, even Lugia is not getting a one-hit KO on Rotom V-Star. I mean, sadly, just a Choice Belt will do it, unless they're playing double Turbo Energy. So, you know, there's some give and take here, but for the most part, this is a fantastic number to be sitting at. A little harder to hit, but not impossible, sadly. 2 energy, 80 plus, put any number of Pokemon tool cards from your discard pile in the lost zone. This attack does 40 more damage for each card you put in the lost zone in this way. So just like Rotom V, however, it's 80 plus 40 rather than 40 plus 40 for each, you know? So we also have the V-Star Power Conversion Star. During your turn, you may use this ability, discard any number of cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. Very nice to cycle your hand out, get rid of those tools into the discard, draw some more cards, maybe discard some more, and then do that scrap pulse and do a big attack and get those KOs. The point of this deck is to get one-hit KOs. If you are not getting one-hit KOs, you are in a tough spot. You need to be getting those one-hit KOs because at 250 HP, as we've talked about, you're getting one-hit KO'd back most of the time. So very rarely will you be attacking with the same Rotom over and over again. So one thing we need to think about is how do we get Rotom powered up quickly? 2 energy is very difficult to get onto a Rotom. Well, we play 2 copies of Voltorb, which is we don't need to talk about. But 2 copies of Electrode is what we need to talk about with this Buzz Zap generator. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may search your deck for up to 2 lightning energies and attach them to your lightning Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. If you search your deck this way, this Pokemon is knocked out. Fantastic way to accelerate energy. And this is the beautiful part about Electrode. Sure, you are giving up a prize. That's never a good thing. However, Rotom and Rotom VSTAR and Crobat V give up 2 prizes. So even though Electrode is giving them 1 prize, they have 5 prizes remaining. They take 2, they take 2, they take 2. They're still playing that 7 prize game, as it's said. They still have to take 2 prizes every turn from there on to win. So Electrode is not really changing the prize race in their favor. Now there are ways to manipulate that on the opponent's side. There's things like Stoutland and Greedent, and there's even the Sky Seal Stone, which is currently banned on PTCGL, so we won't run into that. There's certain ways to take extra prizes, so Electrode can get a little funky and cost quite a lot, you know, when this happens, but I think the trade-off is still worth it to really push Rotom V to being able to be quick enough for the other decks in the meta. Now, we've got 5 energy basic lightning and 2 speed lightning energy. This is also something from TheLinkhawkins. The 2 speed energy and the rest basic. I believe he had 8 energy in total. Only 2 speed energy, though. I find interesting, and I've kept it that way because of Electrode needs the basic energy. Can't search out the speed lightning. And so you don't want too much special energy in there, where then it becomes difficult to get your basic energy and attach it how you need to. But having those 2 has really helped in speeding through the deck as fast as we can. We also play Raihan, 2 copies of Raihan, and that only works on basic energy. So again, less incentive to play the special speed lightning energy. We also play 4 copies of EXP share. That is another way that we are going to accelerate energy. It's also a tool, so when we discard it, it's not a total loss. It can still power up an attack. We've got 2 copies of Tool Box that lets us search the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal any number of tool cards you find there and put them into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Great way to find the tools, and that way we can discard them possibly with a Professor's Research, which we play 4 of right down here. We also play 1 copy of Ordinary Rod just because there are times where you need to shuffle something back into your deck. It was discarded early and you need it back. Rotom VSTAR, this actually happens quite often with. You need to discard for one reason or another, most likely a Professor's Research, and Ordinary Rod later on can get that back. We only play 1 of because we need space for tools, and so sadly we just can't fit 2 in there to feel more comfortable with. So it's something that you have to be aware of. We've got 4 copies of Air Balloon because Air Balloon's fantastic, and at 4 copies we can discard some. 3 copies of Quick Ball, decent for discard, but also to search out our basics like Crobat, Rotom, and Voltorb. We've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, better on discard, so that's why we play more copies of it, and can search out any of our Pokemon, including Rotom VSTAR and Electrode. 2 copies of Serena, because you can choose to discard or choose to gust up a Pokemon V, you want to be targeting Vs. Going up against a single prize deck with Rotom is not ideal. We've got 2 copies of Choice Belt. We can do extra damage with this if we really need to, but honestly, discarding it and attacking and putting it into the Lost Zone will get us more damage on that 1 attack, so probably more worth it for that. We've got 3 copies of Big Parasol just to block certain effects on, you know, our opponent may be using to affect our board, but also for Rotom's attack. And then, before we get into the last 2 tools that I've been avoiding, I want to talk about Tower of Darkness. We've got 2 copies of that, and it lets us discard a single strike card and draw 2 cards. Nothing in the deck that I've talked about yet is single strike. It's these last two tools that I skipped that are single strike cards. So we have Single Strike Scroll of the Fanged Dragon. Such a long name. We are never going to be able to use this. We don't have a single strike Pokemon, and we are not playing the correct energy. So we only play it so that we can discard it with Tower of Darkness. Another way to draw more cards, but another way to also discard more cards. We also have Single Strike Scroll of the Scorn. Same thing. We do not play a single strike Pokemon, so we can't use this, and we don't even play the necessary energy, but we can discard it with Tower of Darkness and draw more cards, or discard it other ways. And that is the deck. Whew, boy. That was a lot of talking real fast. So let's go ahead, go into test deck just to show you how the deck is supposed to work here. And hopefully it does. Here on Jank Play, we can never guarantee that the deck is going to work 100% of the time because it's all jank. So let's find out. I've been playing this deck for a little bit and I feel a lot more secure. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I talked about two possible decks playing today. And one of them, while it's an interesting deck, I just can't get it to work how I want it to, which is super frustrating for me. But that's why it's not being shown off right now. So we get to go first. We do have Rotom Vs in the active, and just on the field in general is pretty nice. We can attach one energy there. Do I play the EXP share? I'm going to say no. Instant charge, let us draw 3 cards, and end our turn. So we get another EXP share. So I'm more open to putting one on here, and I can discard the other EXP share and Air Balloon to draw out a Pokemon. So what Pokemon will that be? I'm not 100% sure. Right now, the electric deck, or the psychic deck we are playing against, the Fusion Strike, it looks like, deck that we are playing against, is really focused on single prize Pokemon, which does have me worried, but it's the AI. They never play correctly. We will go ahead and toss down Tower of Darkness to kind of mess them up there. Electric Energy, Rotom V. We will drop the EXP share, and I will actually Conversion Star now, and we will discard, you know what, might as well just discard everything, 5 cards, and we will draw 5 cards. We get our Professor's Research, and that is before we played the conversion. We did the Conversion Star before we played a supporter, so we discarded a bunch already. We'll discard a little bit more here, even. I will grab, we could grab a Crobat V right now and draw more, and then possibly discard with Professor's Research, which can get really insane, but I really want to grab Voltorb right now and get that down on the field, so that next turn possibly we can evolve it. Oh man. This was such a good pull. We got that single strike tool here. We can use Tower of Darkness, discard this one, or the other one, and draw 2 cards. We get Electrode. We are ready to frickin' go. This is awesome. I will Ultra Ball away the Big Parasol and the EXP share. And you know what? I should have held on to it, so I could have done that next turn for Crobat, but oh well, I didn't do that. I will get the EXP share on there, and Scrap Pulse. We only need to send 1 tool to the Lost Zone here, and we'll do 120. We start with 80, add 40 with 1 tool, that's 120, and get the KO. We'll grab 1 prize, sadly. And it's a Crobat V! Holy cow. Amazing. I think I grabbed that from a weird spot. Meloetta comes into the active, but oh man, they Marnie us. Dang, that hurts. We get a Rotom V-Star, we get a Speed Lightning, and we get a Tool Box. We're actually looking pretty good here. And we get a Quick Ball. Holy cow. Alright, so we will play down the Rotom V-Star, play down the Speed Lightning, draw 2 cards. Okay. Toolbox. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 7 cards were tools. Beautiful. Quick Ball away the Choice Belt. That will let us search out. We can search out a Crobat V, so why not? We don't really need it, though. Tower of Darkness. We get the Electrode. Here we go. Let's pop the Electrode here. We have all of our lightning energy. I should have counted, but even then, 1, 2, 3, 4, we must have one prized. So we just gave them a free prize, which does not feel great, but oh well. Scrap Pulse, we need to discard one tool. Or not even discard, we need to Lost Zone one tool, get that KO because we're at 80 and they have 90. So one tool puts us up to 120. Okay, I didn't grab it from a weird spot. Cool. So number 2, Big Parasol. Okay. Another Meloetta, fairly easy to KO. Looks like they're trying to get a Mew V Max ready to go. They switch into Mew V. Now Mew V does have free retreat, so it doesn't guarantee the fact that we'll be able to get this KO. They might just retreat into Meloetta again. They search out Psychic Energy. Quick Ball. Okay, Quick Ball could be interesting. Or Choreo. Okay, that's going to mess up our math just a little bit. Might make Mew V a little harder to hit. So let's see. What can we do here? We can attach a Lightning Energy. We will attach it to that Rotom V. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, so Crobat will not help us. Oh, we've got Tower of Darkness. We'll discard that tool, draw 2. Professor's Research? Yes, please. Holy cow. Now that was a freaking pull. We have 7 cards left in the discard. We gotta be careful here. But I will Toolbox. We only get one tool there. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead. We will Ultra Ball away the Voltorb and the Choice Belt. Just to basically remove cards from our hand. So if we get Marnied, we're not drawing dud. And we will go ahead and attack. We need to discard... Oh man, what is that? 3 tools to get up to 200, I believe. So 1, 2, 3. That is 80 plus 1, 120, 160, and 200. Oricorio will bring that down to 180, and we will get the KO on Mew V here. Perfect. For a second, I was like, oh no, is Oricorio actually reduced by 30? But no, it's reduced by 20, so we're looking good. And out of the prizes, we do get one of our Lightning Energy, so that's actually pretty useful here. Have we discarded both of our Raihans? That's something that I wish to see. Oh, what's going on? Old Cemetery's back. Trainers. We've got one Raihan in the discard, but we've got one in the deck, so that's awesome. Meloetta is the active, so this is going to be pretty simple here, honestly. Meloetta can only do 70? Yeah. We've even got Serena in hand, so we don't have to wait and take 2 more KOs. We can just gust up the Mew V there and win it right here. So let's go ahead and do that. But first, let's make this a little bit more interesting. We'll put an energy there. Oh no, Rotom took 20. Quick Ball away that scroll. What can we search for? Nothing, of course. We will Serena now. Switch our opponent's active with their Mew V. Let's go ahead and Crobat here. Dark Asset. Yes, draw 4 cards. We get a Raihan, we get an Ultra Ball and an Ordinary Rod, so Ordinary Rod can actually get us some energy back. Not that we really need to or anything, but why not play the cards? Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away the Professor's Research and this scroll. Of course, we've got nothing in the deck to help us, and we will just 540. That is how much we are hitting for by putting all of our cards into the Lost Zone. 540 damage. Let's do this. Goodbye, Mew V. Hello, our last 2 prizes. And that is how Rotom V works. Because it puts in the work. Holy cow, that was such a big KO. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the match here, the deck as well. As you know, if you've been here for a while, throughout the next week, I'll be showing off this deck in several different ranked matches and hopefully show off the best that this deck can do. I'm really looking forward to what matches we get into because already in testing the deck, I've gotten into some fantastic matches with big KOs and a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you like what I'm doing here. It always helps me, keeps me motivated when I see that subscriber count go higher. We are actually fairly close to 100. I don't think putting like a time frame on it is helpful, but you know, if you wanted a time frame, end of March probably. I've been doing this for a few months, almost at 100. When I hit 100, I'm thinking about opening a Discord. If you are interested in that, Discord channel where you can come in and talk about strategy, different jank decks and whatnot. Let me know down in the comments or something, and I'll look into doing that. I've really enjoyed interacting with a lot of you in the comments, so having another place to do that where we can do it in, you know, real time sounds like a lot of fun. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And of course, until next time, keep playing jank.